Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us tonight on TCM. We're moving through a night of movies featuring a spectacular character actress, Eileen Heckart, who spent more than 5 decades delivering memorable performances in movies, on stage, and on television. Eileen Heckart was 37 years old, already an established Broadway star when she made her big screen debut in 1956. That year alone, moviegoers got to see her in 4 notable and prestigious dramas. She made her debut in Miracle in the Rain with Jane Wyman and Van Johnson, then played Paul Newman's mother in the movie that made him a star, Somebody Up There Likes Me. Heckart followed that with a performance as Marilyn Monroe's friend in Bus Stop. Then came the movie you're about to see, also released in 1956, The Bad Seed. That means Heckart started her big screen career with 4 films in one year, all with excellent directors. Rudolph Maté in Miracle in the Rain, Robert Wise for Somebody Up There Likes Me, Josh Logan for Bus Stop, and Mervyn LeRoy for our film, The Bad Seed. Patty McCormack stars here as Rhoda Penmark, the title seed in question. And yeah, she's just a child, but she's a bad one. She's a little girl with perfect pigtails, polite manners, and a predilection for mayhem. Story begins with the tragic death of one of Rhoda's classmates, a boy who beat out Rhoda for a coveted school prize. The more Rhoda's mother learns about the boy's death, the more she believes her angelic child might have had something to do with it. Nancy Kelly co-stars as Rhoda's mother, with Eileen Heckart in a scene-stealing performance as the little boy's distressed and frequently drunk mother. Shrewdly, Mervyn LeRoy, the director, never shows any of Rhoda's misdeeds, whatever they may be, and instead focuses on her skillful ability to cover them up through intricate lies and her adult-like demeanor, making this as much a psychological thriller as it is a horror film. The performances are at times theatrical, yet even though some of it might seem a little over the top, it's still quite effective. Nancy Kelly earned a Best Actress nomination, and both Eileen Heckart and Patty McCormack were nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Here's the film from Warner Brothers in 1956, The Bad Seed. The Bad Seed is an adaptation of a hit Broadway play by Maxwell Anderson. Several of the actors from the original cast reprised their roles in the film. Nancy Kelly won a Tony Award for playing Christine on stage, and Patty McCormack, Henry Jones, and Eileen Heckart all came from the original stage production as well. In Anderson's play, the ending was quite different from the one you just saw. On stage, Rhoda got away with her crimes, but in 1956, Hollywood was still at the mercy of the Motion Picture Production Code, and according to the code, nobody was allowed to get away with murder, not even an 8-year-old girl. Script was changed to allow for this concession, but even Rhoda's almost divine comeuppance wasn't quite enough to satisfy the censors. A truly ridiculous theatrical curtain call was tacked on to shatter any question of reality, driving home the point that what the audience had just seen was a movie. The fact that they were in a movie theater, having purchased a movie ticket, and were sitting next to or near a total stranger, perhaps had already clued them into that fact. But, times were different in 1956. Coming up, Eileen Heckart plays a high school teacher in a 1967 drama starring Sandy Dennis. Up the Down Staircase is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Up the Down Staircase, then Sandy's Bride, and later, Somebody Up There Likes Me. TCM answers the bell tonight.